Death in the Dark. Yeah, I'm back again. Welcome to our first topic, first episode. Welcome to our first episode of Coffee and Code. This is a new series where we just talk. We won't be talking about any tutorials, no coding along. It's just me and my cup of smoothie for this episode. This is the first episode, just make it unique. And it's supposed to be coffee, I know. I'm recording this video around 2 a.m. So I can't drink coffee because after recording I'm going to bed. But episode 2, I'll try and get my coffee and record during the daytime instead of night, basically. So what is Coffee and Code all about? Coffee and Code is a podcast whereby we have honest conversation about coding, my learning journey, and just life journey in general. So wherever time you're listening to this, grab your coffee, don't be like me, or you can grab your smoothie, grab a cup of tea. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I have a bottle of water here with me. Grab your bottle of water also. And let's chat away. Today, since episode 1, I started to talk about why I'm learning in the dark. One of the reasons why I'm trying to remain anonymous. And why that might be a good thing actually. So, it goes. My decision of wanting to make faceless and also changing my voice is because I'm the type of person that I love staying in the dark. Like behind the scene, there are two different type of people. So for me, I just love staying behind the scene and not into like everybody knowing who am I there about. So this channel, I just want it to like speak for itself, and I don't want any pressure on like the brand itself, or hopefully if this channel blows, not the pressure that comes with this like being out there and all that. That I don't want. So that's one of the reasons I'm starting to make the faceless. And people might ask, if I stay faceless, so why go ahead and create a YouTube channel? I want to that a good friend of mine influenced this decision of creating the YouTube channel. My plan before was just create like short TikTok videos here and there and post. I was discussing with an old friend of mine about that, and it was good, like it's like getting the channel to grow and all of that. So that was my plan initially, and TikTok got a bit short, so I'm bad at editing. I'm bad at having to like record over and over again. I get frustrated. The friend that encouraged me to create this channel, and it was just like, hey, you love teaching, you love coding, you love debugging. Like, why not record yourself while you're doing that and just post it? You don't have to do much of you don't have to do anything. You still don't know editing, basically, just make it real. And I'm like, yeah, I could. I'm like, I should. Then I was like, okay. And I was looking at the fact that I have like 2-3 projects that I was working on, but because I was doing one or two things, I had to like put them aside and focus on what job and whatever I'm doing right now. And I was not be able to like do those projects. So I'm using this channel as a way to keep me accountable to continue to code, right? To continue to be diligent, basically. Because I can't be encouraging the people I teach to code daily, weekly, when I'm not doing the same thing. So I'm using this channel to help myself out, basically. And I feel like I'm saying a lot of idea. I just want it to be vibrating, focus on the teaching, focus on the code. Like, who cares about my face? I know you guys don't really care about my face or my voice. But It's the internet, If that's the case, why not just not straight? So yeah, and I mentioned earlier that I teach other exercise. But yes, why did I to teach while also record myself teaching people out there how to code? I felt like when I was getting how to code, channels like this helped me out a lot. So times when there was no ChatGPT, times when there was no AI, even with that, you still need someone to explain and break it down. I know that everybody has different level of understanding or different method of learning things, right? Do I feel like I know enough when it comes to teaching? No, I don't. Because sometimes I see go to YouTube channels oh, how they do this, how they do this. Search Google, I'm having this error. Then at that time we are using Stack Overflow and all of that, or searching through people's old GitHub pages to find solutions to a problem. So I will say I don't really know much in terms of okay, let me teach someone. But the little I know is what I'm trying to pour out. The little way I know how to explain is what I'm trying to do. So please accept me like that. And one thing I also believe is you don't need to know everything in order to teach people that are coming in. And nobody's an island of knowledge. That's one of my favorite quotes. Nobody's an island of knowledge. So the little that you know, just put it out there. Let people know what they are doing. And I also want to use this channel as a means of letting people know that but it's not that hard. It's hard a bit, but it's not that hard. You can do it. It's not something that certain people can do it and certain people can never do it. You can do it, just need to put your heart to it. Because I didn't know how to code for the longest time. I started getting into coding literally a week or less than two, a week into my first year in university, because I was given two programs to pick from, and I ended up going with computer science. I won't mention the name of the university because I'll be giving too much information. So I ended up picking computer science, and I was checking about. I already picked it. I did got admission. And I was like, okay, let me actually do more research for computer science, all about expectations and all that. And I was thinking okay, this is challenging. And I love stuff that challenge me, right? I'm like, this is challenging. Hey, right, I'm gonna give it a try. Then when I ended up picking my first year courses, thanks to my dad, he was before school start, research, check what stuff, the titles all about, the expectations, stuff this and that. That way you're best prepared for the class, and the questions asked when you have an understanding what the course is all about. That's understanding I took from my dad. Thanks, Dad, if you're watching this. I'm going to send this video particularly to my parents. But yes, so that's my dad's encouragement and all of that. I checked and I was okay, I do have to code. And the first coding class was HTML. I don't know anything about coding. And this is the first time I'm oh my god, I'm so scared. Knowing what HTML is all about. I'm okay, what site can I use to learn about it? I got to know. I used W3 School. I found out about W3 School, and I was going through it. I used text editor, if I'm not mistaken, or Notepad. I think Notepad. That's I used code and everything. I'll just try okay, what is this? Right before class starts, and the first day of class, and I just want to thank the first professor that got me good, because let's say I had a bad he gave us bad depression on it. I think I'll enjoy it up to this extent, but thanks to him. So yeah, and first day of class, he was I'm a nervous as school day before, and more than enough of the class rules here that you know, bit here and there, some of them they had projects on coding. And I won't lie, I lost all confidence in me. I lost all confidence in me, I swear. Because I looked back and like a lot of people asked me how like it's computer science, there's no literally like this one like there are like 4 or 5 girls I could see. And everybody's like up and they're like, oh Python, this, that, they have project, this and that. I was so scared. Yeah, I am. I don't know anything. I don't know shit. I don't know anything. And the person was like, hey, don't worry if you don't know anything, go step by step. This, that. Just and then you just doesn't want to see understand what coding language. We have to apply that knowledge to other coding languages, and that will not be difficult for you to learn. There was someone in the class that didn't know HTML, and thanks to that professor, and thanks to my TS, because it broke it down, and I ended up enjoying like how it was, and I was like, okay, let me put more effort in actually trying to understand this, and which I did, and I also thank the fact that it taught us how to like debug our code. So like, you know, in the first episode I showed you how to like check if your HTML code is correct and how to read it. And that was one of the first things they helped us out in anything in the labs. Thanks to my TA and my prof for breaking it down to Eden, because that was when I had it, I think my first lab in HTML, and like, oh, a lot of errors. I didn't know how to read the errors. I was in the lab and I almost cried. Literally, my eyes. I'm not the type of person to get so emotional, but I was so frustrated because I'm like, oh, there shouldn't be any errors. And yeah, I'm seeing like a lot of lines of like errors and this and that. I'm like, I don't understand what all this is all about. And I could see my enemies. Probably they also figuring things out like I was. But one person look at the understood it more, and I was very shy reserved person. I was just like, I just kept staring. And my hands was really I want to already, because I was like, oh, I can't leave the lab, I can't like just post it to TS, like I can't do that. Well, I just saying I the laptop, my TA came over and was like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've checked my code. I was like, oh, it's not just checking, like check the lines, like the errors, like it gives you hints. Like I don't understand. Like I'm reading, but I don't understand what exactly to do or what to correct. So he went and explained about 2-3 lines of all the errors to me, and I was like, okay, I understand it a bit, and then I called my professor. Came like, that professor is very very good. I hope like the university will retain him. Like he's a very none of those type of teachers that like very fun and this and that. I had a few of them also in secondary school. So the professor came and he checked it and he was like, oh yeah, this is what is. I mean, he told me to explain my understanding from 1 or 2 lines of the errors, which I, from there, making the explanation myself also made me understand what it errors stand for and how to debug like HTML and everything easily. So that's my story on I got into coding basically, and since then I enjoyed the class. I think even like I was surprised when I was going out and the prof recognized me. I was like, oh yeah, hey. I was about to mention my name. And I won't lie, they've even it's like I've been coding for a bit. I'm saying I've been coding for 7-8 years now. And there's been several times whereby I've gotten frustrated that I must like quit. Because that was the first ever project I ever completed. I almost got discouraged from it like 2-3 times because it's a very big project. I was working on it alone, and one of the people I discussed that project with was like why are you doing it? Why are you wasting your time? I first was trying to come as way of encouragement. Maybe but it was just like negative feedback all the time, and like I literally stopped at a point. I just stopped at a point. I'm all like, I was just like, oh, we still approve this, we did do this, like I must stop at a point. Literally, I closed books on it. I closed the books on it, so I'm working further on it. But then I'm like, I did I stop? Like, come on, get back. And this is considered come on, get back because I needed something to challenge me at that moment, and also to distract me at that moment. And I got back into it. I'm like, no, just stop enough. Let me try and finish this shit. And I did. And I'm glad I did. And that's where I am today, because even with like different things that I'm learning, trying to teach myself this, trying to like compare what I've learned in school and all of that, it's been an interesting journey. And I'm wishing this for my son. I feel like I'm talking too much. So that I'll just try and round up basically. So there's projects that I'm really interested in working on. I'm trying to build a web application. I'm going to try and start from the start, because I started working on it with some friends of mine. But hey, life gets the best of everyone. So I'll try and talk to them if they're still interested. If they're still interested and we can make time for it, then we pick up on it. But if not, the project is actually basically my return. So if not, I'll just like restart. So I already want to brand the project. Basically, it was like a school project that we worked on, and I'm like, we should take this project further and actually did well on it, because we kind of did it in a rush. So, and that time we were interested, but life got better for everyone. So my plan is to probably discuss with them if they're still, they will work on it, get that. Probably if it's halfway done, I might go ahead and post it. But if not, I'll let you guys know. I might just try to replan it myself and continue working on it. I don't want to give too much insight to it or too much details. Like everybody has ideas, but I don't want to give into too much detail. And something very exciting that I'm also working on is database. Something I've always found it just a bit interesting and also challenging. Like I'm still trying to fully understand reading it. Trying to clean up the and all that. So something I've been playing around with. I've tried Mago database, but I'm trying to get into the platform of a different database. Still SQL. Let's see how it goes. No, I just love reading. I guess I'm a book person. To the platform of a different database. Still SQL. Let's see how it goes. No, I just love reading. I guess I'm a book person. But yes, it goes. No, I just love reading. I guess I'm a book person. But yes, that's that about me. Something I always encourage people to do is always start small, building mentor, be consistent. That's what I'm trying to do. That's one of the reasons why I built this challenge. Be consistent about a lot, and something that I have noticed. And do not compare yourself with other people, because you are in different chapters in life, and it's okay to struggle. Like, you know how many errors I've run, so like how many overnights that I've stayed. We'll go into details later. Like this episode is becoming long. I love talking so much, so it's okay to struggle. That's also part of the learning. The code that you think is very great that you write today might be take you tomorrow, based on like our life. There's AI now, like everybody improve, and that's what we call growth. I keep learning. Okay, So I think I've talked a lot. Let me just stop here. That'll be that for this week of Coffee and Code. I'd like you guys to drop a comment. Just let me know, what are you learning right now? What are you working on? Where are you at in your coding journey? How do you get into it? I just want to know. So that everyone out there can know that they are not alone in this journey. Till next Friday, where we'll be back with our tutorials. I'm thinking of recording 2 videos. Either one first might come first. I'm thinking either I might record the part 2 of the CSS of that colorful rainbow, or the part 1 of the Python project. Either one. If you want, you can drop it in the comment section. Let me know which one you want to see first. But yeah, that's about episode 1 of Coffee and Code. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Once again, I'm Dev in the Dark, and I will see you next Friday. I don't know why I just did that voice, but yeah. Stay curious, keep coding, and remember, it's okay to learn in the dark. Bye!